Would you like to tiptoe along one of the most historic villages, communities along what's called Lake Ohrid? Lake Ohrid, North Macedonia. You see this building here behind me? There's many of these type of structures, but I just wanted to show you the history, and some of these facilities are nearly hundreds, if not thousands of years old. Originally founded in this community around 200 BC. Lake Ohrid, largest city on the lake. We wanted to jump across this border, bring you to a new country, just showing you what is the historic views, architectural styles, and so forth look like in this community from years past, and how tourism and the retail sector is booming and flourishing now today. I just loved the look, style, and image of this building here. Now we're going to dance through these little alleyways, nooks, and crannies, show you what a UNESCO World Heritage Site looks like from a retail perspective. Retail nomad, country called North Macedonia.
The Retail Nomad, traveling the globe, sharing what the retail environment is like, hidden corners of the world.
Alrighty, peeps. I'm in a Scooby-Doo fun bus, and we're chilling, rocking it over our mountain range today. We're sliding in to North Macedonia. Who would have thought? That's right, we left Albania this morning. We're going to cruise around this badass lake called Lake Ohrid. Don't listen to me, I'm probably saying it wrong. And we're going to cruise over to North Macedonia, show you what the retail market looks like in these cool little villages. Retail Nomad, crossing the international border right now. Ciao.
And after traveling up and over the mountains from Albania into North Macedonia, one of the first places we stopped was Samuel's Fortress, which this place is just off the charts. Beautiful. And to give you an idea of the actual history here, we also visited the ancient theater of Ohrid overlooking the lake. This place was originally built in 200 BC. Once we left the castle, we walked toward the actual town of Lake Ohrid, and then you start to get into more of the commercial zone, is the vendors, the kiosks, and supplying the demand of tourism. And just so you see, Ohrid is OHRID, pronounced Ohrid. But you get to see some of the history. Obviously, the language is so unique, but they sell everything from candles to all the tchotchkes and, souvenirs and gifts. But, think of 7-Eleven meets gift shop. And that's what we found here. And one of the most popular tourist paths in town, coming down from the castle, runs along this man-made walkway over to the actual town of Lake Ohrid. It's absolutely, just majestic. Looks like something out of a postcard or a movie, but you get to see the beauty walking into town, Lake Ohrid. And here, finally walking into the actual town and village, you get to see how the commercial properties basically have all the lakefront locations. It's the best viewing, for sitting, dining, and drinking, and enjoying yourself. If you look, you can see a few of the older stone buildings, just a little bit more inland. And then also the retail streets start a few minutes away from the water. Obviously cheaper rent for the retailers themselves. And here I found the Ali Pasha Mosque, which is supposedly one of the oldest in Macedonia, as that just blends on this little street with all kinds of shops and restaurants and brands and labels. Most of them are European in sense that I was not familiar with the majority. You got everything from baklava next to a fashion store here. So nice blend of everything. And here you see ambrosia, as there's a large Turkish influence here in this community. Remnants from the Ottoman era from many years past. Our group enjoyed cruising down this pedestrian-only walkway with all the shops, boutiques, the brands, and so forth. It was interesting how they had mixed use upstairs with apartment. And then you see here, I loved the McDonald's logo over here on this one. And it says, the best coffee in the city. I love how they do the knockoffs, because that's definitely not a McDonald's logo or M, the golden arches. And as you see, bouncing down this walkway street, there's a combination of everything. And then you see how generic, as in fashion, some of these store locations market themselves. As you see, it's such a unique combination from barber shops to food kiosks to old school glass bottle returns to a makeshift seating for a food or a vendor, and then a bicycle shop with hundreds of bikes. And here I wanted to show you a relationship or perspective and how small pharmacies are in other countries. And here, just cruising along, come across a family name by the name of Talevi, which makes handmade Ohrid pearls, which supposedly last for 150 years. I'm like, wow, I never knew such a thing. So, very cool. And as we dance down this beautiful tile walkway, one thing I loved is just the ethnicity of a combination of foods and attire and clothing and the boutiques, the gift shops. The most brands are unknown to those of us from Americas, as there were a few knockoffs, I will say, but probably better not to call them out. But the thing I liked in closing out this clip here is Here Comes America, Mr. Lenny Kravitz. I thought that was awesome.
It's amazing. It's just these little nooks and crannies and alleyways and just shops and a lot of tourist stuff, but really, really cool with all the history that is riddled along these streets. Hopefully you're enjoying tagging along here with the Retail Nomad, Lake Ohrid.
And here you see MoneyGram, one of the international money exchange facilities that we're all familiar with. It's very common around the world with Western Union. Love this one, The Store, multi-brand. And then you see Converse All-Star. So there are some brands sporadically through here. And here I found one of the first supermarkets that we've seen here in this community by the name of Kipper Supermarket. Let's jump inside here. And here, once I stepped inside of Kipper Supermarket, I was very intrigued on the low-profile shelving. If you look at the merchandising, it's typically the base shelf and then only one shelf above that. Very unique and different, low profile in the sense you can see across the store, and only offering your basic fundamentals. They didn't have many versions of anything, but they had the fundamentals or basic food necessities.
Got the Retail Nomad closing out this week's video. If you look behind me, you see what's called Lake Ohrid. Look at that, it's majestic. You can see literally it's about a 300-degree view. If you look at all this behind me, hopefully you enjoyed dancing through some of these alleyways, these streets, these nooks and these crannies, and the lake is still going. It's amazing. That's right. We're on the border of North Macedonia and Albania. You got the Retail Nomad signing out. Ciao. See y'all.
Stay tuned to the Retail Nomad, as each week we'll be profiling different types of shopping experiences around the world. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.